How to develop a custom Excel VBA spreadsheet using SQL Server in 5 easy steps by Dave Goebel. Code used in each step can be found using the link in the description section. Step 4. Adding column headings and fonting. First thing we need to do is create a subroutine to hold the step 4 code. And we would like that. And as usual, we will copy step 3 code into step 4. Now, let's run this thing real quick to make sure it still works. So let's start at the clear cells. All right, start it up. Still have data. Let's go ahead and advance it once. No data. So it's running there. Let's finish. Go over here, and there's our data. So let's add some headings. As we can see right here, we have no room for the headings, so we need to move the first row of data down to the second row. So let's go back over to our program. Let's adjust that. Let that run. And you can see we have a blank row right there to put our headings in. Now that we have a blank row to put our headings in, let's go ahead and put a heading in for the salesperson ID. We will use the WS object and the sales command to pinpoint the location. We can hard code that because that'll never change. So simply do cells, and we can go 1, 1 because we know that. Person number. Let's go ahead and give that a try. Clear cells. Salesperson number. Let's let that finish. Salesperson number. Now that we've entered one column heading, let's go ahead and populate the rest of them. For time constraints, I'm just going to go ahead and paste these in like that. Let's go ahead and get that run. Cells cleared. Bunch. Data with column headings. All right, now we have column headings. Anything that you do in an Excel spreadsheet is recordable. You can have Excel actually create the VBA code necessary to do anything you want, underlining, summing, graphs. Excel will record that and create VBA code, and then you can transfer the VBA code over to your actual macro or your subroutine. So we're going to do that here. That's a nifty trick I have. Now let's let Excel write a VBA macro for us that we will copy and use in our report generator program. There's two things I want to do to this data set. I want to expand all the columns out so it looks very nice. And I also want to put underlines under all of the headings. I think that'll make a much better presentation to the user. So let's go ahead and write a VBA macro. Let VBA do this for us. Let's see. Go ahead and turn the macro on like that. You can just let it default. And now it's actually recording everything we do. So let's highlight our area, double click to expand it, and let's go ahead and put some underlines on there, like that. Stop our macro. Looks nice. Let's go ahead and look at the code. Go over to the macros button, click on it. You can see the macro we just wrote. Edit that. 90% of the code that Excel writes in VBA I use directly. as will be in this case. However, many times I modify certain pieces of the code because the code I'll modify it to is better for what I want to use it for. And that's the case here. So what we want to do is, let's go do this auto fit and select. So I'm going to change those slightly and use the rest the way they are. So let's go copy this guy over here, put that right below the headings. Now these will work the way they are. However, I want to change them to have the preface of WS for the worksheet object. So it'll give me greater control that I can move it up into workbooks with a lot more with it when it's embedded in there versus just directly retrieving it from the current spreadsheet. So let's go ahead. Now to reprogram this column select in the WS object, you assign a range to it. So let's go ahead here. And we're going to steal and select that range. And we're going to steal this code right here. Now we're going to rewrite this guy. You can actually take this guy and copy it and put WS dot in front of it and it'll work. Let's step through it here. WS columns. Steal that. Now, something about VBA. IntelliSense doesn't always work. For example, here, even though I hit the period, I should get IntelliSense, should think would pop up with all the options, but it doesn't. I don't know why, and I don't care. What I do know is that if that happens, don't assume that it won't work because IntelliSense doesn't work. Because it may. Most of the time it does, not always. When it doesn't, then you got to go looking around. So let's go ahead and add that there. Let's see if this runs. Comment it out first. All right, let's give this a run. So our headings are there, all squinched up. See, selected the big area. No error. Let's see. Bingo. Auto fit everything. There's an example where IntelliSense didn't work, but yet the code did. So, FYI. Now that we've got the proportional spacing squared away with the headings, let's go ahead and add some underlines. So we'll go over here and go back to our original code over here. So we will copy the underline portion of the code back here. Let's go ahead and get rid of this while we're at it. Don't need that. Add that now. We also need to reroute the range, this one right here, to our WS object. In this case, we simply know we can just go like that, and this will run. So let this run. Headings. Auto fit. Select headings and the range. Underline. It's been written. Let it finish. Now that's run, let's go over and look at the output. There we are, nice and neat. Proportional spacing, underline. Step 4, done. Hi, I'm Dave Goebel. Thank you for watching my training video. If you learned something, please hit the like button. Questions and comments are always welcome. Enjoy.